Hey everyone, Sean here, doing another video. This time I'm showing off the latest addition to my collection. It's the Hot Toys MMS244 Amazing Spider-Man from the film The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I got this as a gift. It was a Christmas present from my parents. So Mom and Dad, if you're watching or somehow come across it, thank you very much. This is awesome. This is probably the best Spider-Man to date that was done by Hot Toys or that you can get in 1/6. It does have its pluses and its minuses. There are QC issues like with almost every Hot Toy coming out nowadays. This one does have issues. I'm not sure if I'm going to return it or not. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you think I should or if I should just keep it. I'm probably leaning towards just keeping it. I don't know. The odds of getting an issue or a QC issue on another replacement figure are just as high. So I'll probably just live with the little ones that I have. Anyway, just wanted to show it off, show off the accessories, and just give my overall impressions. First, starting off, the figure itself, extremely well done. The tailoring on the outfit, prototype versus what we got is amazing. No pun intended. Hot Toys at first showed a full rubber suit, and it just looked kind of Metacom-ish and toyish and cheap, and instead now we've got this mixed media rubber suit with fabric in the boots, which were really well done, and pretty much all the red is fabric. Head sculpt is great. It actually looks like there's a human head in there. Has like a nose. You can see where the mouth would be. I love the huge lenses that they did for the movie with this figure. That's why it just looks so iconic. It does. If you didn't like the film and you like Spider-Man, you should definitely pick this up. It screams comic book Spider-Man. I think that's why so many people genuinely like the figure. It does have that very much comic book feel. I kind of have him in a pose where he's just kind of, you know, probably making a sarcastic remark to the villain or whoever he's about to take down. You know, Spider-Man's a kid. He's young. Peter Parker. So, he's got a bit of a smart mouth. Kind of reminds me of myself. Anyway, so yeah, it's a great figure. The posability options are endless. I mean, this guy is probably the most posable Spider-Man to date. Yeah, I can't say enough. It's great. All the joints are really tight on the figure. They hold poses really well. I didn't go for anything dynamic. I really don't with all my figures. Most of them are museum type poses, so that's probably how I'll have them on the shelf for quite some time. Maybe not too long, because I've heard of the suit stretching out, so we'll probably keep an eye on the elbows. But yeah, so going down, just wanted to show off, this is the dynamic stand that we get. Sorry I didn't take it out of the plastic. Just being lazy, but it has a nameplate there. The base is huge. I don't use these in any of my figures. They just take up way too much shelf space. It's nice, but yeah, I don't ever use it. The hands, I'm not a fan of this new style of hand that they did, the two-piece with the magnets. It doesn't, none of them really fit right or flush. There's always going to be a gap. People have had issues with the magnets coming off or being reversed, and so they don't stick. I didn't have any issues with my awesome Hot Toys glue that we all know holds so well. Sarcasm. And yeah, so everything was fine. I mean, this is what it looks like on the underside. And those two pegs fit into the metal on the hands and the magnets attach. And that's how they work. If you look at them, it's just a gap, and I push it down as much as I can. But that's about as best as I can do. It's another reason I put them in this pose, is so you can't really, when you're looking at the figure straight on, see them too much. So it kind of hides it a little bit. although it's still pretty bad. Let's see if I can focus in on it. Yeah, so anyway, that's one of the negatives of the figure. But going on else, we have the vest, which is a really nice material. It's really well done. Does feel like an actual vest in 1/6 form. And the scarf, the beanie, the bullhorn or megaphone, whichever you call it, that he uses to talk to Rhino. Sorry for the spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. And the infamous backpack, the one that we should have got in the Amazing Spider-Man 1 figure but didn't. This is definitely a very cool piece. Hot Toys did a really nice job with it. The materials are all really nice. The bottom feels like a nice soft leather. It's really well done. It's definitely a 1/6 backpack. Just has that real feel to it. And then look, the tailoring, the stitching, the buckles, everything's just awesome. The craftsmanship is really good. And then the webs. Comes with 2 swinging webs and 2 shooting webs. This is one of the shooting webs. Just pulled it out so you could see it. They do attach into the web shooters on this figure. Past Hot Toys figures, you had to take the hand off and then put it through a hole which fit around the wrist peg and then put the hand back on. This design is actually pretty neat. I think it works a lot better. So I think overall with this figure, Hot Toys really did their homework. The posability is awesome. The webs work better. Just everything all in all looks like a, you know, real person under the suit. You know, the chin, the nose, the mouth. Everything looks really good. Hot Toys nailed it, top to bottom. But there is some bad with mine. Nothing major. Here, if you look dead center, you can see where the gap is, where the head meets the body. Over here, and I've seen on other figures and photos, it sits pretty flush on most people's. It sits fine there, but then when you get around to this side, you can see the gap and it doesn't sit too well. Not a major concern for me. But if you look dead center where the head and body meets, there is like plastic sticking through the suit. And I'm hoping it doesn't rip over time. You see a little bit of black. It's like a piece of plastic sticking through. And then I had a small piece of fabric hanging out on the chin that I was able to tuck back in, so no problem there. You can kind of see it hanging down just a little bit. But again, in hand, it's not that bad. And then on the top of the forehead, you can see one of those infamous black spots. Not as bad as I've seen in the videos or photos. And in hand, to me, it's not, again, not that bad. So I'll probably end up just keeping the figure. It's not worth the trouble of returning. When the joints are tight, the glue's good on the hands, and overall, looks pretty damn good to me. So anyway, this video is longer than my usual ones. Just showing off what I got. Very cool figure. Thanks to Mom and Dad for picking up a Hot Toy for me. I never thought in my lifetime I would have them buying a Hot Toy for me, but they did. That's very cool of them. Alright everyone, I hope everyone had a good holiday. Wishing everyone the best in 2015. Hope 2015 turns out to be a better year than 2014 for everyone. Everyone stay safe and have a happy holiday. Thank you.